7 p.m. in Michigan. Welcome to Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. Look, I'm a little bit off center, so I'm too much to this side. So let me move the camera just a little bit. I'll probably knock it over. Am I more centered now? Is that better? Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. I'm going to be doing some Richard Rodgers songs today. I got, he wrote, bazillions of songs, but I'm just going to play some of his songs that maybe I haven't played in a while. So Richard Rodgers was of the team with Rodgers and Hart. Back in the old days, he came up with a song called Blue Moon, and he wrote so many songs that, of course, the music from Oklahoma with Rodgers and Hammerstein, and I also wrote the music to The Sound of Music, Roger Hammerstein. Hey, Miles is here. All right. If they asked me, I could write a book about the way you walk and whisper and look. I could write a preface on how we met that the world would never forget. And the simple secret of the plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. Then the novel ends, and that's what they say. We became lovers from friends. If they asked me, I could write a book about the way you walk and whisper and look. I could write a preface on how we met that the world could never forget. And the simple secret of the plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. And the story ending is what we'll see, how we became lovers from friends, just friends. All right, a little creative lyric writing on my part on that one. I could write a book by Rodgers and Hart. Okay. With a song on my heart was also by Rodgers and Hart. With a song in my heart, I behold your adorable face, just a song at the start, but it soon is a hymn to your grace. When the music swells, I'm touching your hand. It tells me that you're standing near, and at the sound of your voice, Heaven opens its portals to me. Can I help but rejoice that a song such as ours came to be? But I always knew I would live life through with a song in my heart for you. With a song in my heart, heaven opens its portals to me. Just a song at the start, but it soon is a hymn to your grace. When the music swells, I'm touching your hand. It tells me that you're standing near, and at the sound of your voice, heaven opens its portals to me. Can I help but rejoice that a love such as ours came to be? But I always knew I could live life through with a song in my heart for you. Alan Bandar, how you doing? Janet LaCroix is nearby. Are you in the house, Janet? Thank you. What a great audience. This is you guys are the best. Because I've been really screwing up. But you can hardly damage. Some of these songs are so great that even a little tiny mistake doesn't matter. Janice, Alexis, Mikula. Love your picture. I'm going to put that picture on the screen. It looks like a picture of, from the trial today. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that's gruesome. Well, okay. Yeah, I think I know what that picture is. Yes. I thought you had a picture of you and Biden. But time for some wine. Yeah, I think so. After those first two songs, I need some wine. But I'm going to do some blues. First, I lost my mind in a wild romance. Well. Well, if you would be so kind to help me find my mind, I want to thank you in advance. Know this before you start, my soul's been torn apart. Lost my mind in a wild romance. My future is my past. This memory will last. I live to love the days gone by. Well, this before you start, my soul's been torn apart. My mind's lost till the day I die. Words would fail me if I tried to describe her. I know she's not all she should have been. She was a devil with the face of an angel. Well, she was sweet and cruel and sweet as homemade sin. Well, if you would be so kind to help me find my mind, I want to thank you in advance. Thank you. Know this before you start, my soul's been torn apart. lost my mind in a wild romance. Well, if you would be so kind to help me find my mind, I want to thank you in advance. Know this before you start, my soul's been torn apart. I lost my mind in a wild romance. My future is my past, this memory will last. I live to love the days gone by. Each day that come and go is like the one before. My mind's lost till the day I die. The words would fail me if I tried to describe her. Though I know she's not all she should have been. She was a devil with the face of an angel. She was sweet and cruel and sweet as homemade sin. Well, if you would be so kind to help me find my mind, I want to thank you in advance. Oh yeah, before I start, I lost my mind in a wild romance. You know I lost my mind in a wild romance. Beep, 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 doo, 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 wow, wow. Oh yeah. Yeah, Percy Mayfield song, Lost My Mind. So where is Janet LaCroix? Where are you? Look, there's a picture of Al Bondar there playing the keyboards. Keyboard player, producer, songwriter, musician, and among other things. I know he chops wood in the winter. Carmen James is in the house. Hey. Sorry the sound isn't that good on your iPad. Well, that's too bad. And Murray wants to say hello to everybody. Murray is here with me every show, and he just kind of bobs his head. Well, he doesn't even bob his head, but he sits there and watches. I think he watches. Anyway, he sits there. So where is, did I put this on the screen yet? Where is Janet LaCroix? Where are you? Say hello. That comes from another era of living in northern Michigan and Traverse City, working around the Mansalona area, Kalkaska. Yep. In fact, I'm going to do a song called M66. You've heard of Route 66. Well, there's another highway in Michigan we call M66. Well, if you ever plan to motor south, well, there's a back way that I heard by word of mouth. It's out in the sticks. It's called M66. But it winds from Charlevoix down to Battle Creek. And lucky, you might get there in a week. There ain't no chicks on M66. Now you will go through East Jordan, past Mansaltucky, and getting through Kalkaska is mighty lucky. You see Lake City, McBain and Marion, Barrington and Remus, Nashville, Assyria. Call me on my cell phone, but I'll never hear you, so hey, get hip and have a good time. Oh, from Sturgis down to the Indiana line, there's a lot of hicks on M66. Play the blues now. Now don't hit a duck and don't hit a pheasant, and do not pass when opposing traffic is present. You can buy fresh asparagus, lemonade, cherries, and bait. Don't forget to gas up, 'cause every town you pass up, they close down about 7 or 8. Well, so hey, we'll get a hip to this timely tip. When you make that southern Michigan trip, oh, it's out in the sticks. It's called M66. Oh, there ain't no chicks on M66. There's a lot of hicks on M66. Yeah. And thanks to Rick Bilkey for writing the lyrics to that song as a parody, so I should not get a copyright strike, because you are legally allowed to do parodies of songs. Yes. All right. Well, let's see who's popped in since I was playing. Oh, there he is. All right, we got a joke from Miles. I haven't read it yet, so I hope it's clean. Here it goes, right on the screen. Here we go. Okay. Blonde is sitting in a bar wondering, why she only has 3 sisters when her brother has 4. Let me get this the right size. There you go. All right. Shecky Green, Miles, thanks. Thanks for a little comic relief. And we're trying to, Alan is trying to hail Ms. LaCroix. Yeah. And I'm going to continue with songs by Richard Rogers. My romance doesn't have to have a moon in the sky. My romance doesn't need a blue lagoon standing by. No month of May, no twinkling stars, no hideaway, no soft guitars. My romance doesn't need a castle rising in Spain, or a dance to a constantly surprising refrain. Wide awake, I can make my most fantastic dreams come true. My romance doesn't need a thing but you. Hope you were listening, Janice. Taking another chorus, we're going to show you a little bit of the blues element. Change. My romance doesn't need a moon in the sky. My romance doesn't have to have a castle standing by. No month of May, no twinkling stars, no hideaway, no soft guitars. My romance doesn't need a castle rising in Spain or a dance to a constantly surprising refrain. Wide awake, I can make my most fantastic dreams come true. My romance doesn't need a thing. My romance doesn't need a thing but my romance doesn't need a thing but you. Yes, and I tried to get a little bluesy. My friend Billy Mitchell has a concept called the blues element. You put the blues element into the song, even though it's kind of a major sounding, white kind of sounding song, melody, you can kind of inject blues elements into the improvisations. So something like that. Anyway, let's not get carried away, Steve. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, thanks, Janice. She noticed that I got the lyrics right that time. You know, I don't always get every lyric right, but I got some of them right that time. Good. I'm going to do an old blues song now. And this is kind of a sad blues song about St. James Infirmary. And St. James Infirmary, I did my first album was called Cherry Red, and the first songs on it were St. James Infirmary, God Bless the Child, and Hallelujah, I Just Love Her So. And Somebody said, "Is this a Christian album?" No, I said no. These are just some old blues songs. So there might have been a cross-pollination from the church back in those days. We think, possibly. Well, I went down to St. James Infirmary to see my baby there, stretched out on a long white table, so long, so cold, so bare. Well, I tried so hard to keep from crying. My heart just felt like lead. She was all that I had to live for. Oh, I wish it was me instead. Oh, let her go, let her go. God bless her, wherever she may be. She may search the whole wide world over, but she'll never find another man like me. Heidi, Heidi, ho. Oh, when I die, bury me in straight-laced shoes, a box-back coat and a Stetson hat. Put a $20 note in my watch so the boys will know I died standing pat. Try it again. Oh, when I die, bury me in straight-laced shoes, box-back coat and a Stetson hat. Put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain so the boys will know I died standing pat. Oh, I went down to St. James Infirmary to see my baby there, stretched out on a long white table, so long, so cold, so bare. Yes, from my album called Cherry Red, which is available on my website. And if you get to my website, you can go to, right here. Oh, the next Zoom, by the way, is Sunday, this Sunday. We're going to do it a little earlier, 5 p.m. Eastern. But it's a free Zoom session. You can go to sandnermusic.com and get the Zoom information there. You kind of have to sign in, register, great. So it'll be a fun Zoom session. We can all be on the TV together and talk amongst ourselves and see each other. So that'll be kind of fun. Barbie Brown is in the house. And Miles, Peggy. Hi, Peggy. Peggy is my vocal coach, you might say. She has taught me mostly. I never had a formal lesson. I don't know if we might have, but mostly you teach by your example. She just has a beautiful voice. Peggy Smock. And we have done some recordings together. If you're interested, just personal message me. They're mostly yoga songs from our time at the yoga retreat. Oh, Miles is going to try to make the Zoom. All right. And Gerlinda, we wanted to say hi to Gerlinda. put her picture on there next to the Zoom thing. I forgot to say hello. Hi, Gerlinda. I can see that's a nice picture of you with a nice scarf. Paid that one tune, yeah. I love that. Hey, this guy is a character, Ted Allen. You can tell by looking at his picture. Look at that. He's playing guitar. How you doing, Ted? Good to see you. So, what was I going to say? And I think Miles might even be, if Miles is going to be at the Zoom, he'll be playing a couple of songs, I'm sure. So that will be fun. It is Ted Allen. Okay, I think it's time for an instrumental. I'm going to do a little bit of it is almost time for a glass of wine, by the way. Somebody said that. So I'm about Miles is putting that thought out there of having a glass of wine, and Alan Bondar said the same thing. So I will play one more song, and then I'm going to promise you I will have a glass of wine. And this is called Pencienna, similar to the arrangement done by Ahmad Jamal, although nobody can really do that arrangement like he did it. Ted Allen already got the Pfizer, and you're getting Moderna too? We'll talk later. right. Pencienna. And it's about time for the musician to take a little break. And gosh, it's great to see such a good crowd here tonight. Thanks. Roses are red. Ha 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 ha. Here's Miles again with his jokes. Miles is going to play some of the Mid-Eastern sounds, so something a little Jewish. All right, well, thanks all for coming tonight. I still have a little bit from my Spanish wine that I tried last time. It's okay. It's kind of a cheap bottle of wine, like $8 or something. And so I have a little bit of this. I know wine tastes better when it's freshly opened, but and this will do. Get away from the keyboard. Yep, you don't want to pour drinks right over the keyboard. Bad things can happen. So, also, by the way, before I take my first sip here, I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be doing an interview with Ron Bacon tomorrow, and that's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. This is part 2. We already did part 1 of the interview with Ron Bacon. And then coming up in the future, I have future interviews coming up with some celebrities. I think Miles Green is going to be one of them. And Judy Roberts, possibly. I'm working on that. And some other surprises. I think you'll be surprised. I don't want to talk out of school until we get everything confirmed. But, I think it's going to happen. So, cheers, everybody. L'chaim. Eins, zwei, Sofa. Prost. To your health. See, we got most of the A team here today. I haven't seen Anne Marie. I don't know. I can't remember if she said she was the last time she couldn't make it, but we'll see. And of course, Murray's here. You want a sip, Murray? Here. He wants a sip. A little sip. There you go. So you can see that it's still light out here. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. We got light pouring in through the windows here in northern Michigan. And, yep. So cheers to everybody, and we'll have fun at the Zoom session on Sunday. And then, of course, right now I'm deep into getting ready for the Ron Bacon interview tomorrow. Thursday. It'll be live, but it will also be available afterwards if you want to watch it. But in case you don't know who Ron Bacon is, he was a pioneer in live television back in the 50s. He was a producer and director for shows like Lawrence Welk Show, Shindig, many other live TV shows. What was the other live show that did rock stuff in the 60s and 70s? And he also produced shows like the Academy Awards and the Olympics. And I believe he won an Emmy at one time. Well, we'll find out tomorrow. All right. Ted Allen you're in Michigan, I take it. Yeah, it's cold. It's in the 30s, something like that. Hullabaloo, I think he was producer of that too. American Bandstand, he produced some of the American Bandstand stuff. He has stories about everybody from Miles Davis to Frank Sinatra to Bob Dylan and Dick Clark and Bob Hope, all kinds of people that he hung out with in those days because he was a prominent director and producer on these live TV shows. So interesting stories. I've heard some of them, but some of them I haven't heard. So some of them we'll discover together. Okay, we don't have any requests, but I think it's time for some Israel Balin with Irving Berlin. So There may be troubles ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. There may be troubles ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. Before the fiddler has fled, before they ask us to pay the bill, and while we still have the chance, let's face the music and dance. Soon we'll be without the moon, humming a different tune, and then there may be teardrops to shed, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance, dance. Let's face the music and dance. There may be troubles ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. Before the fiddlers have fled, before they ask us to pay the bill, and while we still have the chance, let's face the music and dance. Soon we'll be without the moon, humming a different tune, and then there may be teardrops to shed, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance, dance. Let's face the music and dance. Okay, enough of that. Walt Bungard, good to see you. My neighbor here in Atlanta, Michigan, right through the woods. All right, thanks for keeping us up on the Cubs score. Miles Green, big Cubs fan, living in Morton Grove, Illinois, just a few-minute drive from Wrigley Field. Yep. Okay, another Richard Rodgers song. You've probably heard this one before. Can you name the song? Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me sing a prayer for someone I really could care for. And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will ever hold. I heard someone whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. There suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will ever hold. I heard someone whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own, without a love of my own, without a love of my own. I just love those songs by Richard Rodgers. Yeah, Miles, big Cub fan, me too. Hey, there's Sue Vogeley is in the house. Hello, Sue. And Ron Daniels. That name sounds kind of familiar, but I don't know if I know you. And I don't know that song that you requested either. Anybody know that song? Going to the chapel. Oh, going to the chapel. And going to the chapel. Going to the chapel and... I guess that's, I don't really know that one. I mean, of course, I've heard it, but I don't really know it. Hi, everyone. Hi, Sue. Well, of course, we know that Richard Rodgers wrote that song that I learned a couple of weeks ago. You'd think I wouldn't need the lyrics, but... might as well use my, since we're amongst friends. You Are Everything to Me by Richard Rodgers. You are to me everything, my life to be everything. When in my sleep you appear, fair skies of deep blue appear. Each time our lips touch again, I yearn for you oh so much again. You are my favorite star, my haven in heaven above. You are everything I love. You are to me everything. My life to be everything. When in my sleep you appear, fair skies of deep blue appear. Each time my lips touch again, I yearn for you oh so much again. You are my favorite star, my haven in heaven above. You are everything I love. All right. Yeah, Sue came actually after I had my wine break already. So I had it a little early tonight. Well, Richard Rodgers wrote a couple of songs at least about spring. So I'm going to do a little medley, the Richard Rodgers Spring Medley, starting with Spring is Here, and as an instrumental, and then I'll go into another spring song by Richard Rodgers. So it's a beautiful spring. I'm as restless as a willow in a windstorm. I'm as jumpy as a puppet on a string. I'd say that I had spring fever, but I know it isn't spring. I am starry-eyed and vaguely discontented, like a nightingale without a song to sing. Oh, why should I have spring fever when I know it isn't spring? I keep wishing I were somewhere else, strolling down a strange new street, hearing words that I have never heard from a girl I've yet to meet. I'm as busy as a spider spinning daydreams. I'm as jumpy as a baby on a swing. I haven't seen a crocus or a rosebud or a robin on a wing, but I feel so gay in a melancholy way. It might as well be spring. It might as well be spring. I keep wishing I were somewhere else, strolling down a strange new street, hearing words that I have never heard from a girl I've yet to meet. Key change. I'm as busy as a spider spinning daydreams. Ooh. I'm as jumpy as a baby on a swing. I haven't seen a crocus or a rosebud or a robin on a wing, but I feel so gay in a melancholy way. It might as well be spring. It might as well be spring. Okay, the Richard Rodgers Spring Medley. Now we're going to go back to some blues. But first, just have a little pause here to say hello again to everybody. And oh, Miles said that song could be The Chapel of Love. I just don't know that song. Sorry for thanks for the request, my friend Ron, Chapel of Love, but I just don't know it, so thank you. All right, Miles is saying goodbye. Continue to be safe and all that, he says. If we can get everything on the screen, boy. Why do I have trouble with Miles' messages being on the screen? Okay, see you later, Miles. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to be playing a few more songs here, but we'll get to them. I'm going to do, actually, it's from the blues tradition. It's not technically, musicologically a blues song, but it's one of the great classics by Bessie Smith, so you could say it's in the blues tradition. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. Ain't that the truth? Once I lived the life of a millionaire. I spent all my money, I didn't care. Taking my friends out for a good time, bootleg whiskey, champagne and wine. Just then I got to feel so low. Didn't have no friends, no place to go. It's mighty strange, without a doubt, that nobody knows you when you're down and out. Oh, nobody knows you when you're down and out. In your pocket, not a penny. When it comes to friends, haven't got any. If I ever get my hand on $1 again, I'm gonna hang on to it till that eagle grins. It's mighty strange, without a doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. Oh, nobody knows you when you're down and comes to friends, well, you haven't got any. If I ever get my hands on $1 again, I'm gonna hang on to it till that eagle grins. Mighty strange without a doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. Alrighty. Okay, well, I hope we have a good showing for the Zoom session. Oh, wait, here, the Zoom, next Zoom. Hi, Gerlinda. I have her on the same page as the ad for the Zoom session, which is coming up this Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, so hope you can make it. You can find out information, or you can get the Zoom, check how, what is that called, the meeting number and all that on my website. You just check in, and so I get an idea how many people will be there. Not that it matters. I'm happy if it's anywhere from, 2 persons to 200. Well, actually, there's 100 maximum with my Zoom account. So no more than 100 of you. Thank you. I'm sure you'll do that. And then tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, I have an interview with Ron Bacon live, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So that's what's coming up. And just like the piano bar days, I'm sitting here with a crowd of people around the piano, and it's brings back a lot of memories. I remember playing downtown on State Street, looking out at the street, go, wow, I'm really on State Street, downtown Chicago. I thought that was a big deal. Yeah. Frank Sinatra did this song. I took a trip on a train, and I thought about you. Looked down a shadowy lane, and I thought about you. 2 or 3 cars parked under the stars and a winding street. Moon shining down on some little town, and with each beam the same old dream. And every stop that we made, oh, I thought about you. And when I pulled down the shade, then I really felt blue. I peeked through the crack and looked at that track, the one going back to you. And what did I do? I thought about you. I took a trip on a train, and I thought about you. Looked down a shadowy lane, and I thought about you. 2 or 3 cars parked under the stars and a winding stream. Moon light shining down on some little town, and with each beam the same old dream. And every stop that we made, oh, I thought about you. And when I pulled down the shade, oh, then I really felt blue. I peeked through the crack and looked at that track, the one going back to you. And what did I do? What did I do? I thought about you. Yes, and it's about time for a Duke Ellington song. I'm going to sign it off with this song, and this goes out to Anaya. And we're going to do a little bit of Satin Doll. A cigarette holder, which wigs me over her shoulder. She digs me out catting that satin doll. Now, baby, shall we go out skipping? Careful, amigo, you're flipping. Speak Latin, that satin doll. She's nobody's fool, playing it cool as can be. I'll give it a whirl, I ain't for no girl catching me. Switcheroonie, telephone numbers. You know I'm doing my rumbas with Uno and that and my satin doll. Oh, cigarette holder, which wigs me over her shoulder. She digs me out catting that satin doll. Now, baby, shall we go out skipping? Careful, amigo, you're flipping. Speaks Latin, that swinging satin doll. She's nobody's fool, so I'm playing it cool as can be. I'll give it a whirl, but I ain't for no girl catching me. Switcheroonie, telephone numbers. You know I'm doing my rumbas with Uno and that and my satin doll. Satin doll. All right. Well, Anne Marie, you came in at the end. Thank you for coming in. We are kind of winding down. Or I'm kind of winding down. We had a good crowd, some old friends came in. Anaya says, thank you, Mr. C, for playing my song. I got to put that on the screen. That's so cute. Very sweet. The little dancer is Amy's granddaughter. So, once again, we've got the Zoom session coming up Sunday. That's our next session. You can sign up at my website, sadnermusic.com. Hi, Gerlinda. I got her picture. And then tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. Part 2, interview with Ron Bacon, will be live. It will also be available later for viewing later if you want to. So there you go. Well, have a nice evening, everyone. I'm going to have to call it an evening and start getting ready for my interview tomorrow with Ron Bacon. That's 5 p.m. Eastern. You can find particulars on my website. You know, my website has information on there. The Zoom is this Sunday at 5. I guess I've been over all that. If you want to leave a tip, that's always great. You can always leave a tip for me at paypal.me/SanderMusic. So thank you all, and for all we know, we may never meet again. But it's kind of a sad way to put it, but for all we know, we may never meet again. Before you go, make the moment sweet again. We won't say goodnight until the last minute. I'll hold out my hand and my heart may be in it. For all we know, this may only be a dream. We come and we go like a ripple in a stream. So love me tonight. Tomorrow was made for some. Tomorrow may never come, for all we know. I'll do one more Nat King Cole song. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, men have named you. You're so like the lady with the mystic smile. Is it only 'cause you're lonely men have blamed you for that Mona Lisa strangeness in your smile? Do you smile to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is this your way to hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art? Thank you, everybody, for coming to Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. We'll see you. Have a nice rest of the week. Hope to see you Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern for the Zoom. It's free. Please try to come if you can. Thank you. I'll play the video. I have a couple of, I spliced in a couple of old clips, actually. But I'll play it through once before we go. Thank you. Good night.